I have asked Ashley to go straight into the channeling. Don't worry about introducing yourself or the podcast, as today's topic requires formalities to be forgone in order to speak truths in a way that is unscripted. I told Ashley that this video would be candid. I told Ashley that this video would be personal to her as well as all of humanity. You have lived in a reality as sycophants, under illusions, delusions, energetic fogs, slaves to who you call celebrities, slaves to who you deem important, slaves to who you idolize on your plane of reality. As you call these people celebrities and mark them as stars in your definition and put them above you, idolize them as beings to be like, in a reality where you are all incarnated to evolve and learn your own spiritual lessons, you become attached and intertwined with these celebrities, these idols in which you worship, spiritual lessons in a way that you were entrapped in, because everyone's spiritual lesson is their own. Everyone can only unlock their own doors to their spiritual lessons. So if you idolize who you call stars, you are locked in their spiritual lessons, their karma, and you don't have the keys. You don't have the evolutionary tools, as you are not them, to unlock those energies, to unlock those karmas, to set yourself free and be your dharma, or be in the authentic energies of why you were created. Thank you, Ashley. I will introduce myself, Ashley. My name is Malachi from the Bible, the Holy Bible. My name is Malachi, a prophet. You call me a minor prophet, but I understand that everything that I did was everything but minor. Everything that I did, everything that we do as beings of everything that we do as beings of God's creation is major. Nothing is minor. I did spiritual work with Ashley, where I combed through her energy bodies and I could perceive where she had a long ancestral lineage of this planet and other planets and other galactic celestial bodies, where idolatry was laden and prevalent, in a way that you had hierarchy systems on your planet where you deem people more abundant or more precious than the next person, than the minor people, the minority, or the regular folk, or the average man. Did you know, dear average man, that you cast your energy, your power to these celebrities, to these people that you idolize, in a way that everything that they are is everything that you are? If you understood how powerful you are, you would know they would no longer be who they are, in a way that they would have to face themselves, face their pains, face their traumas, in order to be the star that they deem themselves to be, in order to be the star that they claim themselves to be. Thank you, Ashley. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. I combed Ashley's energy. And she has specific instructions from the divine, from the oneness of all things, from infinite orchestration, that no idolatry will be tolerated in God's creation. No one person, no one being, no one man should feel superior to the next man, to the next being, to the next person, in an illusionary way. As when you tap within, you come into inner balance, inner solace, your divine chakma, your divine wisdom, self-realization, soul attainment, samadhi. You understand that all is one. And not only is all is one, all is inside of you. So everything in your reality is a dimension of you. As you had chosen to suppress and oppress dimensions and beings and people in your reality, the way that you use your thought patterns as a hierarchy to create a hierarchy system on who gets what energy, who's more worthy of what. You created a gap between the human being, the man of planet Earth, and the divine, God, in the way that you gave and took from each other and felt as if you needed no one else, which created the illusionary separation from man and the divine, created an incubus-succubus culture, an incubi-succubi culture, in which you all participated in, dear human beings. The celebrities that you will see in your news feeds in the coming months and years, salacious news feeds, salacious news headlines, they are not separate from you, dear ones. They are projections of what you created, not only in this lifetime, but your lineage as a soul in God's creation. Thank you, Ashley. I didn't want to run for myself. I understood to some extent what this transmission would be about. Thank you, Rabbi Yeshua. Thank you, the prophet Malachi from holy text, holy biblical history. Thank you so much. I understood somewhat what this transmission would be about, to uplift the suppression of and the immorality of how we've lived as beings of God's creation, not just on planet Earth, but as beings of God's creation. As beings of God's creation, where we projected our energies and allowed ourselves to take on a mold of unworthiness, to where we reached outside of ourselves, comparing each other to one another, wanting to be like other people, wanted things, material things of the world to make us feel important or fulfilled or satiated. When I was a kid, I had visions of being a singer, a huge singer on the planet, right? So that was, I'm a singer-songwriter, right? That was a big part of what was seated in my heart space. I got the understanding by doing this healing work to help uplift our human culture, help uplift God's creation in a way that we're all empowered and we act out of our autonomous, limitless, divine nature, which is a part of the Kingdom Things podcast, 2033 prophecy. By the year 2033, God, the divine says, the oneness of all things says, God says, however you take God, however you perceive God, take it that way. I'm a messenger for the divine. I'm a prophetess for the divine. I'm a high priestess. God says, deliver this message. By the year 2033, the human culture of planet Earth will be in the consciousness evolution, to understand consciousness evolution expansion, to understand that we are a human culture of planet Earth with no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, as poverty, famine, disease, death, war were all dimensions and paradigms and illusions created by how we showed up in this reality, which was all a part of our evolutionary process. I'll link Kingdom Things podcast videos below that'll be relevant to this transmission. All of the Kingdom Things podcast content is timeless, so whatever calls out to your heart, you're more than welcome to dig into the content. You'll find channeled energies and messages from my Akashic record or my soul that I was divinely orchestrated to channel and publish, heal myself, and channel those healing energies and messages, prophetic energies and messages into the podcast, Kingdom Things podcast, for this time. Our reformation, our regeneration, coming into alignment with divine orchestration or the oneness of all things or God. And no longer, living out of alignment with universal codes, universal order. So I'll link videos, Kingdom Things podcast videos that I'm guided to link below that'll be relevant to this specific transmission. I knew like singing and songwriting was a big part of like my love and my soul passions. I have a lot of gratitude. When I was in 2014, I was in college, like 20, 19, I was in college, 1920, I was taking college courses, and my soul was like, Ashley, you don't like the college courses. You're miserable there. Drop out of your classes and do your music full time because you really enjoy music. You love music. It lights up your heart space. It's a passion that you have. Doing music full time. So I've been doing music since 2014, and here we are, 2024. And as I was catalyzed onto my spiritual awakening when I met my twin flame in 2019. And at that time, I felt like I had to put music to the side in order to come into alignment with the energies that I was in at the time of my spiritual awakening. First, I felt that my divine counterpart didn't want me to be in the public. I felt the energies that he didn't want me to be in the public. He kind of wanted me to stay at home. I felt those energies and I was having those visions. We didn't talk about it, but I just seen it in the spirit. I now know those were past life energies were surfacing that I was charged to clear and uplift in order to create liberation for myself. And once we create liberation for ourselves, we create liberation for all things, human culture, all of God's creation. So I put music to the side when I met my twin flame because I was just feeling the energies that he didn't want me to be in the public. So I put music to the side to try to align with those timelines where we came together and we had our family. That didn't happen. It's all on my podcast. My life fell apart. Had a tower moment. My life fell apart. God was like, that was a divine orchestration. I had to pull you out of that timeline, out of that those energetic embodiments of yourself, Ashley, because you were about to manifest death. Physical death. You were going to get in a horrible car crash going to work because you were so out of alignment with who I created you to be. So I had to bring your twin flame in for your life to fall apart so that you could hop onto your spiritual awakening and remember who you are in God and me in the grand scheme of all things. So I put music down in 2019 when I came into contact with my twin. And then I was on my spiritual awakening journey and I was doing all this healing and I just had it in my energy. More past life energies. I just had it in my energy that I had to put aside worldly things. I had to separate myself from the world in order to be who I needed to be in God. And God was like, no, I'm getting unorthodox. We're creating the angelic human being. We're bringing heaven to the ground. So we're evolving human culture with the wisdom that you garner from your spiritual evolution. Right? So God's like, your music is always a way that I intended to move to share your energy with the planet, share your healing energy with the planet. It's how I always intended to move through you to share your healing energies with the planet. My music, Ashley-Nicole music, is available on YouTube. A catalog full of healing, uplifting music, tons of genres, whatever calls to your soul. I hope it's uplifting and satiating to you in a way that it inspires your intuitive wisdom to bubble up. It inspires your own personal soul alignment. It inspires you to embody your own authentic soul energies. That's my prayers. That's my wishes. That's my hope. Ashley-Nicole music now available on YouTube to stream. God's like, that's always how I intended to move through you. So pick up the music, heal yourself, channel the healing energies through the music. That's what I've been doing. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. I say all of that to say it's 2024. I started doing music in 2014, and all the while, like I would have things come up like from like possible things in the industry, music industry, entertainment industry, like opportunities come up, but they would always fall through. And at the time, I thought maybe I just wasn't good enough, or I was doing something wrong. I thought I was doing something wrong. Here we are 10 years later, 2024. God was like, no, Ashley, you came here to uplift this culture. You didn't belong in the old energies of the world. How the world did music, how the world did entertainment. You didn't belong in that world. You came here to help build and uplift this planet, create a soul-aligned planet, soul-aligned humanity, God-aligned humanity, and share your energies in that reality, in that dimension. In your dimension, your authentic nature. Not being who you thought you needed to be to fit into the world, but being your authenticity and understanding that your authenticity will bring you the most joy, abundance, health, wealth, balance, soul evolution, soul fulfillment, mission completion. We all have divine purposes that are seated inside of us to manifest on the planet. And we can only do that when we're aligned with our divine nature, our authentic frequency. If we spend our time trying to fit into a society, trying to fit a mold in a society versus being the society, right? Embodying your energy and beaming the energy of your authenticity and manifesting, creating your reality, creating your society that's authentic to your God soul nature, goddess nature. We would never complete our missions. So thank goodness to all the things, what's the saying? Rejection is God's protection. Thank goodness to all the things that fell through that made me feel less worthy. And now I'm here, hindsight 2020, full circle moment, alert. Okay. I was being saved from my own demise because I was walking into old energies that would have brought me to a path of death, destruction versus no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace. Biblically prophesied age, perfect human, manifesting heaven on earth. Age of love, age of Aquarius, all those good things. Needless to say, like, irregardless of what happens in your life, feel worthy, feel abundant. Know that you're worthy. Know that you're abundance. Any rejection is God setting you up for something bigger. God's setting you up for something bigger, more soul aligned. I want to thank you for dropping into this Kingdom Things podcast, healing, uplifting transmission. Like the channel. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, follow on Spotify. Kingdom Things Podcast is available to stream on YouTube as well as Spotify. Again, my name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your true truths. Give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because the way you love on yourself it helps you activate your DNA or your soul or your genome to become more magical, more divine, more of your authentic nature in the physical. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.
My name is Asya, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from a day's trip, I have read my Atom's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I make no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.